Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start the show of Shonen Ronin episode 13, where we will be talking about MHA, Black Clover, JJK, and a new Bleach One-Shot in a non-spoiler review as best we can. And we're gonna have a good 2 announcements in the beginning of the show. So let's start the show. Let's have a good time and let's show our beautiful, lovely faces of a furry and the other 3 cast members here.
Ooh.
Welcome, anime lady fans. How you guys doing? LegendDVash myself here. We have the furry Abe, and down below we have the spicy Entertainment and the King of Games, and we're here to talk about Shonen Ronin episode 13. How's everyone doing on this Monday afternoon, not Sunday?
Abe's gonna Mufasa you. You better be careful.
I'm feeling spicy. Wow.
Oh my!
No,
He reminds me of, like, you know how
no.
like they're protecting your like identity and they have you do like certain things.
He ain't witness protection.
He in witness protection right now.
You went on the timeline and said my hero is amazing, so they had to put you in witness protection, manga protection program.
Manga protection.
Is that what it is?
I mean, I'm gonna take this off at some point because I would like to be able to breathe normally, but for the time being, I like this mask on right now.
Oh, okay.
Sam said, so when did Leomon join the team?
Okay.
Fair. That is a
Joining team,
fair question.
segue.
That's a good segue. Sam, good segue for that. So, for those that don't follow us on Twitter, for those that don't have Twitter, we have our 7th member join the team. We will be repeating this as well on the main show of the Anime Podcast. But the 7th member herself is SpicyLadyEntertainment.
Hi, it's good
Welcome.
to be here. It's good to be here. It's like, who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu.
Oh, Leomon, right there.
I'm a Digimon now. I'll take a Digimon over a furry.
But no, it's good to be here. I'm glad you're part of the team. Y'all already family, so.
So yeah, so it just fitted so well.
It's just about time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So you guys will be catching her on the Anime Lady show, Shonen Ronin, or on other videos on the channel that we'll be talking in the future about. But there's also another announcement of the reactions. The reaction will still continue of me and Sam. A will be joining us on another show, but it'll be on twitch.tv/animelady. So for example, the manga's
chapter. I'm about to punch you in the eye. I swear to God.
So
Stop it.
I'm trying not to look on my left side of the monitor or nothing. Trying to say the announcement. One go. Let's go. So twitch.tv/animelately. The mangas come out on Sunday regularly at 11 a.m. EST. So me, Abe, and Sam will be live at 11:30 EST for an hour or so, talking about My Hero, Black Clover, JJK, and other series like Mission Yours Core Family and other series that we don't talk regularly in the show. But it'll be on a small discussion and just reaction itself. And then at 1 p.m. EST, we'll be doing the Shonen Ronin as regularly, talking about My Hero, Black Clover, JJK, and other series that we may add, like on the Unlock or anything else, as a discussion review. And for those that don't know, Kaiju number 8 got slipped out and moved into the Anime Podcast main show. Since I come on Thursday, it just fitted much better. So if you guys still want to see Kaiju number 8 reviews and thoughts, definitely go check out the Anime Podcast main show. So that's all for the announcement and announcements. Yes. It's very hard to see a whole line in my left side of the monitor. So did I miss anything to talk about as announcements go?
No, you had the YouTube member, shout out to Spicy Lady, and then you had the live reaction update, which you will be.
Oh, the only other thing you forgot is that this is Abe's last show.
Oh no!
Not you say let's go.
No, I said oh no! I said oh no!
She said, "Oh yes." Abe believes I take the full co-host and everything. Abe is outy.
The king.
Oh my
God.
Don't get it twisted. Team Star over here. Team Star, okay?
I was Nala, and when I was in color guard, I had a Nala like as my Disney name in color guard. So no, I'm not no evil villain. No.
I mean, I'm the villain. I'm more the villain of this concept. Am I not?
No.
I'm not the bad
Bash.
guy? Oh, thank God.
He watched Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's another announcement. Guys, did you watch Hunter x Hunter yesterday on Twitch like you promised you would?
I give it to people saying that I can, but it is gonna happen.
Oh, so you lied!
Anyway, this is Shonen Ronin. This is Shonen Ronin manga's discussion, not anime podcast about daily conversations. So let's jump into the main aspect of the show. The first rundown for the weekly Shonen Jump issues 36 and 37 is a double issue, and there will be no issue next week. So there will be no show of Shonen Ronin episode 14. There will be one in 2 weeks from now. So, and again, like we said in the earlier show, there will be Twitch.tv anime lady reactions on there. So definitely stay tuned. So my hero reaction and everything else will still continue, just in the different side of the streaming side, which is Twitch. So definitely stay tuned for that. So our first show, our first review discussion will be Black Clover chapter 302. Who would like to go first about this chapter?
No, not the furry.
No. You said it, the furry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, the furry. Go for it. Yeah.
AKA stuff. Look, this chapter of Black Clover, I like. It's good to see other members of the team shine and to see the teamwork. Because let's be real, ain't nobody about to solo Medicula. Like that's out. And the only person who probably could is after, but he's been put on reserve, so I'm fine with that.
He's benched right now. It's fine.
Yeah, so I'm fine with that. I like Luck showing up because, hey, it doesn't make sense to have a team battle and like the most like
Battle hungry one? Yes.
Yeah, like you meet him, but he's gotten a better master of his health leveled abilities too, so this would be a nice time to really show that off. I wasn't a fan of old boys basically coming back from the dead, but that's neither here nor there. Medicula's dialogue, like she's like, oh look at y'all little plaything. But it's not enough. I'm about to fuck y'all up. And then guess who showed up? Big bro himself. And he got a vengeance. He got a vendetta, a order setter. I'm hyped to see him. So this chapter, we talked about Black Clover. There's been a couple misses. There's been hits. For me, this one was a hit. I enjoyed it. It was pretty straightforward. We're gonna get a massive team, like a 10v1 fight. I'm here for it. I'm looking forward to 2 weeks. Styles to keep it up. Still don't bring any prospects, please. Just let them sit there and have to Thank you.
For me, I agree as well with this chapter. Nuzzle, I've been saying that the 3 people that could show up and do something about that is Nuzzle, Gordon, and Nero, aka Sekre. Either of them 3 could have done something. Sadly, Gordon, one person that will be connected to this, hasn't shown up yet. You still can. It's just chance, but the chances are smaller. Nuzzle, I've been saying this for weeks, it fits perfectly to the family aspect, and he said it perfectly. How dare you show yourself in front of my family again? You have no idea how long I've waited for this moment. It felt beautiful. It was great, and to see his face and attitude, like ready to just do some killing, told me because he was there when his mother got captured and killed and everything, and knowing what happened to Noah and everything. So this was a perfect moment for that, and I agree. Gaja better stay dead, because he even said it. He's like, hey, I'm practically dead already, even so I'm grateful that I can still fight for the queen. So he acknowledges that he kind of died, but he came back to life for like a fraction of a second. So hopefully it stays like that, like where after our boy Rail is done with this magic spell, our boy Gaja better hit the ground and just be dead, like dead. So I hope that stays like that. And our boy Luck, my dude is lightning speed, because he literally went around Noelle knowing that she is a Valkyrie, and my dude Luck literally just speed through that shit. So that was awesome. I love seeing Luck, and the way he just so battle hungry and just continues to improve. And even the devil Medicula even acknowledged that, like, oh, this is just a perfect thing with you guys and everything. You guys always like improve during battle, mid battle and everything. Like, yes, that's very shonen trope, but she acknowledges that in the Black Clover style, like, this is such thing as a human thing to do, right?
I mean, this is like Abe said earlier. Nobody should be soloing Medicula, like straight up. Period. My bad. I mean, the furry. Nobody should be soloing Medicula, and I'm glad it is. Because think about how much effort it took to put down the word devil.
Yeah.
You remember how much it took to fight that one, and I'm like, okay, so this makes way more sense because was that one a Supreme Devil? Do we remember now, or was it just a High Devil?
I think it was Supreme Devil.
And so that means that these are on par. Like I would say that these fights have ended up being on par. Outside of Dante, but that's a whole different.
Yeah, because that was Lucifero. Yeah, he was a Supreme Devil.
So but it's kind of like
they made it seem like there's still a ranking. Like Megicula is definitely more threatening of a big bad than Lucifero for sure.
Apparently, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, all right, well, I mean, she's at least smarter, straight up. And so I'm like, well, we we got some problem, but no, with the whole squad there now leveled up to their like the best they've been. It's probably pretty much a wrap. This is good, but like it's been entertaining to watch. I thought this was going to be one of the shortest fights, and so far it looks like it was Dante's fight that was the shortest, which I'm okay with, to be honest, because Manga got his minute, and it was beautiful. I loved it. I won't forget that chapter. That's one of my favorite chapters still. So far,
that was my favorite fight.
Like it was because it was great. Like it was, and it was different from everything else we've gotten so far. That's why I really liked it. And this one's kind of been like a repeat, but I still love it. Like it's still been great, especially with Real finally doing something that's actually been very helpful. Not go front without Real in this situation. It was GG 2 chapters ago.
Easy.
So
and plus
this has been great to see.
To add to what Real as well, like he acknowledged himself, like he said that, hey, I'm not doing much, but let me be at least it provides solid backup.
I mean, said, like, I'm not doing much, but I'm literally keeping y'all alive. Okay, whatever.
But no, but I'm saying like that's what it sounded like he was telling himself that. Like he was like, hey, in that case, I'll do what I can and provide the solid backup to you guys and everything. And like, cause he felt like he was kind of useless. But I do gotta say, his art in this chapter showing Real's art, like with the whole picture magic of a Hala and a Charlotte Rose of the Crimson Divine Spear, that looked beautiful, detail and everything. Like,
listen, Tabata really crushes this shit. Like, you know how every once in a while he'll get in his bag. This is one of those chapters. That lightning double spread with Gaja and Luck was exactly what I was hoping for, bro. It's beautiful. I love when he does that. It looks so good, and I'm like, yep, I love these. I can't wait to see these colored because, like, goodness, it just looks so good. I'm like, this. Even if we ever get this in anime form.
Which we will eventually, like probably in year 2022 in the fall or year 2023 when anime comes back.
Animated. I can't wait.
The anime will come back?
Oh yeah, it definitely will come back.
We'll see.
Think so?
It's just in time because right now they're doing a movie which we have.
How long was Bleach gone?
5 years or so.
That's facts. Okay. But yeah, no.
Anyway,
the Luck Gaja double spread was dope, but for me, I got most hype seeing those guys and basically like.
I mean, right at the end, right on time.
I've been waiting for this shit. It's like
basically showed him, it's like, how dare you use my mother's magic and besmirch our name? God. How dare you?
You like, show your face after all these years? Oh, bet it's on site. It's on site.
He's like, I've been waiting on you. He was like, I've been waiting on you. I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. So like, this was. I don't know why people was mad about this chapter. I'm hyped as hell for the chapter, especially when us, but when the leaks came out, people was mad about it.
Really?
And then, big time. And so what I want to say is like, I love Asta being the cheerleader on the side. Like, yeah, everybody looks so cool. Yeah, well, I'm like, that's perfect for Asta.
Yeah.
Please. So like, this chapter was great. I loved it. Like, it was like, well, this is what Black Clover is. Mm-hmm. Like. Stuff like this slaps, and I want the rest of this. Give it to me.
Agree. Spicy, have any thoughts about Black Clover itself as a series and everything? Because this is probably your first time on the channel itself to talk about Black Clover. So have any thoughts, real quick?
Oh yeah, I enjoy Black Clover. I always go on like
You could probably finish it before Vash finishes Hunter.
Damn.
Because like I said, my sister's been binge watching it, and I normally go on a binge watch and I'll stop and let it build up for 2 seasons. But I love it, and I need to get back into it.
I agree. I think you should. It's a lot of fun.
So before we transition to my hero and everything, do you have any last thoughts? Any theories for Black Clover itself?
We're gonna get a nice team up. I mean, I feel like we all know that Ask is gonna come in last minute. But for the time being, I'm enjoying the journey. I can't wait to see that Nozel Noel combo. That sibling
Yep,
combo
that's what I
is
want.
fire.
That's what I want.
Flame.
That is all.
so
That's actually all I want. That's how I want it to end. To be honest, I don't want Asa to be able to. I actually don't want him to do nothing. I want
Same,
that brother sister
same.
combo to be the one to end it.
I
Yes.
feel like Asa's going to have to play a part. He's going to come in somehow. If he doesn't, I'm going to be real happy because
Same.
again, this is Noel and Nozel's fight. This is theirs. Tabitha should let them have it because this is closure for them. But I also wouldn't be surprised if Asa. So I kind of have already accepted the fact that Asa might jump in, but I am definitely looking forward to the sibling combat. That sibling combo
It's
is
like
gonna
if
be
it happens,
beautiful.
it happens. I'm with you on that, but I'd rather see the brother sister combo for the W on this.
Oh shit, that's pretty interesting. I'll say that when the Bleach convo, cause I just saw something interesting. But I agree. I don't want Asa to do anything. I want Asa to be on the sideline. Like I want him to just stay as what Ray said, as a cheerleader. Support no else. Support your lover. Support your love interest, and just stay on the side. Cause that's what you do. You know, just be the husbando to your waifu. Just stay like down the side and just support her.
He's in love with the sister, sir.
By the way, I'll tell you right now, Vash, Bleach anime ended in 2012. We're talking about the anime.
Oh,
We're
I just
talking about
the
Black Clover anime coming back.
Oh, my fault. I just talking about the manga itself. My fault.
Why would I? The manga still? I'm finna hit you.
Yeah, you said you threatened to hit me. This lovely face.
I got two hands.
Oh.
One for each of you.
Okay.
And especially so like, yeah, damn, like I just got in today for my first day and I'm
Yeah,
here. HR,
No,
anybody?
She's known about this for as long as we've been a group.
Yes.
But overall, I really can't wait to see the combination as the brother and sister of water magic and plus mercury magic. What type of combinations will they do as brother and sister, and will they be able to take out Magicula as a team? So I can't wait to see what happens with that. So overall, I am really excited.
Okay.
So, we agreed for next Thursday to talk about. It's My Hero Academia, chapter 322. And I would like to start off with first, SpicyLadyEntertainment. What's your thoughts on this chapter? And overall, how have you been enjoying this version of Deku? And do you like Baku as a character? Like, do you like changes in character progression stories out of curiosity?
Actually, I feel like no. I love my son Bakugo. He's my freaking son. Like, he's been amazing throughout it. Yes, he had issues he had to resolve in the beginning and halfway through, but for 2 arcs now, he's been pondering on that. He's an Aries. We got to ponder our mistakes for a little bit, but now he good. Now he apologized, and I love that about him. Like, he even did the whole bowing. Like, you don't see that from Bakugo. So to see that he finally understands like what the wrong that he's done to Deku, and seeing how Deku looks, you know, what he's had to go through, I feel like added more to that moment. I really did appreciate it. But I've been loving My Hero, this whole arc, especially like from the whole like, you know, DC Comics inspired stuff. I loved it right off the gates with the arc, and just seeing all the characters and Deku kind of like build himself up into literally a hero, have his friends come in, you know, and save the day, which is what Deku does for them. It was really nice. I love that little thing, especially in this chapter.
Right.
Hirokoshi, the last few chapters, the emotional writing has been there. Yeah, I know everybody. I'm a avid. I'm not a hater per se, but I just never really liked Bakugo like that. He's a great character, but I'm Team Deku all the way. People complaining, I've seen people complain about, oh, Bakugo, he got off easy. It's like, nah, you gotta pay attention. Bakugo's been leading up to this for a while.
Many chapters, many arcs. While. Exactly.
Because let's be real, the change in Bakugo, and when it comes to Deku, ever since Bakugo found out the secret, that's when I feel like there's been a significant change. And so for it to culminate in this one, and Hirokoshi did such a phenomenal job of using the panels to refer back to basically from when they were kids,
yes,
all the way up to now. Oh my god,
I love that.
Oh my god, the face to face, I love everything about it. Like, let's keep in mind, these are kids, and personal experience has taught me that it really takes apparently a lot of balls to be able to apologize for your mistakes. And Bakugo of all people. You know, Ray, remember when we talked about how Ida was the necessary person for that chapter 2 weeks ago? And how it needed to be Ida to talk to Deku at that moment? I was like, yes, I agree with you. I felt like Bakugo should have been that one, but the way Hirokoshi set it up to where Bakugo was like, nah, you don't need to hear that from me right now. You need to talk to Ida. All right, we got you down here. Now it's my turn. Now I got something to say.
Yeah.
Yo, I was reading. I was getting emotional. I was just like, yo, look at the growth. Look at the emotion. Look at the parallels since they were youth. Even with Kirishima, he was like, hey, yo, I heard a story about how a kid ran into danger without a quirk. And I was just like, what the, like, I was inspired. And then Bakugo was like, yo, I wanted to tell you, the only reason why Shigaraki hurt me was because my body moved on instinct. All those parallels back to who Deku is as a person. Like, you gotta remember, all the way back in the beginning, Deku moved off of instinct, regardless of his abilities or not, or lack thereof. He moved off of instinct. He moved because this is who he is at heart. And then you're seeing, throughout these last couple chapters, you're seeing all these kids, they're not doing it because, oh, I want to make money, I want to be famous, I want to do this. They are doing this because they love it. They are a family. They are supportive of each other. Dog. Oh my goodness. Great chapter. And then, of course, last thing before I let Ray go. Ray, the whole UA thing, UA looked like a whole fortress. Yeah. Yo. All right, first of all, we'll get battles there. But I also like the fact that the people are like, don't bring that nigga over here. Ain't that Shigaraki dude on his way over to get that boy Deku? Don't bring him in. And I was like, yo, I'm not mad at him. I'm not. I mean, Deku's been looking mighty scary for a while, so there has to be repercussions for him. Even in this chapter, there were still moments where he looked scary. Yo. Great chapter.
Oh, I'm gonna put it like this. Look, and I'm gonna start backwards and work my way back up. Those people at the school ain't got no damn business trying to say that Deku can't be there because he went out there busting his ass to protect them. Straight up.
He has, but public perception. I mean, he been standing.
I don't care what they think. He been out there actually doing the work.
Doing hero work that others fake heroes quit.
And not only that,
when times came tough,
he literally shouldered all of it when he didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to be like, "Oh no, don't bring him here. He gonna put us in danger." Who you think gonna save you?
Exactly.
So if he right there with you, I think it also kind of works, don't it? It's just I was like, how dare y'all be like, "Oh well, that guy's looking. Yeah, he looking for y'all too."
Yes.
You think about that? He was gonna come get you eventually. So with him there, now you got a better chance of actually surviving. Unless you were somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And none of that. Now with them as a team, all of 1A and Deku, bro, that's kind of broken. Those kids are strong, and Deku is stronger than all them combined.
We just need Deku to get a little nap time in.
Exactly. Like let him go get some kisses from the nurse. Get some food, and he gonna be fine. He got his girl right by him, his life right there, right next to him. He gonna be okay. All right. That panel was beautiful. She was like, "Who's gonna protect the people who protect you?"
Yeah,
that's something they've never addressed.
I love that in hero talking in comics, Marvel DC, they've said that many times, and see it in manga where it's not very discussed much. Like, who are the heroes that needs protecting when those heroes are protecting others? Like when she said it and held his hand, she said.
I mean, that's what she's all like. We've been seeing this transition in her mindset for a long time.
Yeah,
it's like, who takes care of the heroes? Like they need to, like they are people
too. They're humans too.
They're people. It's just, some of them have extraordinary abilities.
And that's what I love the transition in the panel is where he turns around, gets the handheld, and looks at him, and then but the darkness around him faded and his eyes open back to normal, and she looks in such a serious way, and just the way she said it, like, because when heroes need protecting, who would be there to protect them.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
what
that.
Denzel said in the chat. Exactly. I was like, yeah, that was I love that. Because like that's what Ochako is. Like if you really think about this entire series, Deku has inspired, saved, or taught everyone something.
Yeah.
Just in his actions, but you know, sometimes his words. If you go back to the sports festival,
That's
he has
Yeah.
done.
Deku was doing the damn thing then. He
Yeah.
was being him.
Hey,
He
and
was
mind you, not
inspiring
just with Totoro,
everyone
but
there
that's
around
easy
him.
to remember.
The
Yep.
cast
Remember
too.
old boy that
At the
showed up
benches.
later in the training, the 1A versus 1B, the one whose quirk, what was it? It was like he had that serious looking face. He had
Shinzo?
oh
that,
yeah, Shinzo. Yeah, Shinzo.
Yeah.
You can't take
Shinzo,
away.
He influenced Shinzo right then and there. Right then and there. We saw it later.
What and what Chaco is, what I appreciate with her was like throughout the whole like those past like 2 chapters, she was like very calm. Like everyone was emotional, whatever. She was the most calm out of like everyone because it just reminded me back to when she was like, I'm gonna be serious about being a hero. Then I'll tell Deku how I feel. I think that was going on in her head. But after seeing Deku want to walk away, she's like, no, like I'm not letting you go now. Like back then I had to because we were at different levels, but now we're not doing that again. So I really did like her demeanor change in that aspect.
I like the changes that all of them had.
Yeah,
I ain't even got to Bakugo yet. Yeah, bro. Oh my God, Kirishima first and foremost is now my boy. Like I loved Kirishima before. Don't get me wrong. It's just that he had been getting hold every single time. You know, like, but this time he was like, no, I got this. And he did it. And I was like,
I love that.
I was like, that's my boy. I was like, okay, thank you for finally standing up and being yourself.
Yeah.
Right as samurais, perfect time. But man, everybody just showed everybody that we got to see had so much growth. Like it's not like it was just instant growth. They've all been working up to this point.
Yeah.
Every single one of these students, except for maybe Invisible Chick, which that's different. We ain't gonna talk about that.
But Ray, I do agree with that because when I was reading it and I was like, how is Ida gonna land? Like, is there an ice barrier or something? And then when I saw the panel, and by the way, the panel drawing showing it that he's falling on the side like that and showing the panel like this, it was just beautiful paneling matching. So I love that. And showing that our boy Kirishima was pointing like, hey, I got it, I will do it. And then telling Ida, saying, yo, great job in that. That was some great, help and everything. So, like, Ida giving props to it, and him saying, I just happened to be there while following orders of Endeavor. I was just doing my job as a hero and as a friend. So I love that. It was very beautiful. And just knowing the conversation. And I love the flashback. Like, before we jump into the Bakugo stuff and everything, Sam, welcome.
Welcome. You're still muted, BB.
You're me on Zoom.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Great to be here, guys. Camp Games, Camp the Jungle, Camp the Amazons, Corchester,
King of
the Amazons. I like that.
Oh,
and Corchester. Okay.
And plus Madagascar too.
No, I'm king of the jungle. You're the court jester. Don't try to flip it.
Don't try to flip it.
He made it clear who I was already.
So he said what he said.
Yeah, he said what he said.
Oh my God.
But Sam, what do you think of the chapter so far? Like, what's your thoughts on My Hero of the chapter 322?
What's so great about this chapter is if you were to like read back the entire class 1A versus Deku, the emotions never decline, never stop. Even if you were to read it week to week, that emotion was still there. The same emotion that class 1A that try to connect to Deku, it did not wear down whatsoever. Everybody played their part correctly. Everybody had their own story to tell. Kirishima, like at least he brought it up where like, hey, remember that time when you saved Bakugo that time? Yeah, it was because of that. It's what helped me got into UA. What makes me wanted to change, wanted to make me to be a real hero. Because back then, I saw the girl that I like got in trouble by Gigamakia, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. I just stood back. But then seeing you on the news, inspired me for someone that have quirkless and nothing, still step up to be what it means to be a hero, and that inspiration is what got me into joining this. Deku had affected everybody in the entire, like, not just his class, but also the world that he connected with. And it's what brought them here in this day and age. I'm kind of glad that at this moment, like, we were all guessing that maybe Stain would play a part and help. But at the same time, I'm glad he didn't come in, because this definitely gives Class 1A from beginning to the end, a great emotional story for them and every connection and great character build for Deku. And I love it. It was fantastic. Everybody played a part. Everybody knew their job. We even had Bakugo playing the girl, feeling like, yeah, I know I've been mean to you. I'm finally opening up completely, saying like, the reason I'm doing this is because I always felt inferior to you, but you always step over me. You always, that's why I always try to like take you down a little bit. I always try to arm's length. I try to do whatever I can. I know my weaknesses, and I know your strength.
You know what that's called?
Oh my God.
Insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
Bakugo was insecure.
And
then
Which we all knew.
We knew.
And then this was him admitting his insecurity, but also revealing his growth as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's crazy.
he just told you, I knew what I was doing was wrong.
Yeah.
He knew it. And I mean, okay, real quick, y'all gotta forget. No, actually, no. I just need you to like conceptualize, just like internalize this. Bakugo's a child. This is a kid.
They're in high
This is
school
a
still,
kid.
technically.
You cannot compare
He's a
Bakugo
baby.
and Endeavor. Can't.
No.
You should not. Not the same thing.
Grown ass man.
Endeavor is a grown ass man.
Grown ass man.
If
He caused trouble
anything,
too, but no, still, like, not the, like.
Bakugo's apology was better than Endeavor's apology. Let's be real.
Yes.
Okay, listen. What Bakugo's apology was better than anything Endeavor said.
Very true. That's
Literally,
true.
no,
I love
literally.
Endeavor's. I love
One is
Endeavor's
a
growth.
grown ass man,
Is this what I'm saying?
and the other one's a kid. Hey.
So I feel
Yeah.
like Endeavor might get there, but he ain't
Yeah.
there yet.
No,
But
Yeah.
this version of Bakugo, I'm like, good for you. But it's not like it just happened. This has been a progression.
It's been happening. It's
Why
been
do we hate
been-
character growth?
Like I
I don't
get it.
know. I don't know.
I'm like, wow. If Bakugo went from being one of my least favorite characters in the series at the very beginning, and slowly grew on me as he grew. I mean, I feel like that's the point of a story, you know.
Yep.
And the same with Deku. I was worried
Yep.
about Deku in the beginning, and my worry went away less and less as the story progressed because he learned how to take care of himself and the people around him.
And plus, what's crazy, when I saw on the timeline, people saying, what's the point of the rivalry? I'm like, rivalry doesn't have to be toxic yet.
Exactly.
There's good rivalries.
I mean,
There's good rivalries.
Is that because that's just what y'all know? Is this
Yes.
the only thing that you accept? Like,
But-
expand it.
No.
Like,
But that's what people
rivalries
grew
don't
up
have
with.
To be toxic.
But that's what people
So,
grew up with. And I'm like,
Learn
there's
that life is
changes.
more than that.
There is more because people grew, Naruto and Sasuke. I'm like, no shit, that's a toxic relationship. That's a guy that wants to chase after a friend that kept beating his ass.
I prefer healthier rivalries like
Yeah.
Atsushi
I mean,
and
yes, it's
Ryonosuke. Those
Yes.
are like such a healthy rivalry that they have, like that they drive each other for. And then Bakugo
I mean,
like, grew to be not toxic to non-toxic.
The point of this is to show you that Endeavor and All Might's rivalry was not healthy.
It was not.
And you see what Endeavor did to
Exactly.
get to even close where Toshinori was?
And plus, Endeavor
No.
acknowledged it. He said, yo, I messed up. I'm sorry. And he knows that he messed up. That's why he's trying to do better. Yes, he's human. He's an adult. And there's never too late to apologize and ask for forgiveness or do better from your mistakes. But Bakugo is still a high school kid. He's still learning. He's still trying to figure out his own emotions. And he even said it in this chapter where he had to repeat it throughout the past 300 plus chapters. But he said it in one chapter. This time, like, yo, I was envious from you. I felt like I was superior from you. But every time that I felt like I was pushing it back, you grew closer to me.
I mean,
He
do we
kept
really
saying
want to
that.
get into it? The reason why he felt like he was superior to Deku is because he had a quirk that was flashy. And quirks in this society were
Yeah.
viewed as better than people who didn't have quirks. Not to
And-
mention, a flashy quirk like his made him better than everybody else.
Plus, and his mom even told that to
That's
all
an
my
issue.
Yes.
before.
That's an issue
Yes.
with society. And
Yeah.
that's what they are also showing you is changing in this series.
Exactly.
God. Like,
It's
y'all
just-
pay attention. Horikoshi's story is fantastic.
It is.
But this is what I understand now, because before, when I used to see on the timeline or with friends, when people used to say, people don't really read, I never, not saying that I never truly understood that, but I understood it better doing content and seeing people reactions on the timeline when people are jumping on a wagon or just throwing reactions of said, like today, talking about Baku, and people like, yeah, I didn't really read what y'all just read then, because this is called character growth of certain characters that we've been finding for years. This is how us humans, like me, I was not a great teenager. I feel like I'm better now.
Exactly. People will get what they want out of these stories, and you know what? That's on you. I'm not here to tell you keep reading to get the meaning. That's on you. I personally do not care what you do and do not get out of the story, because I know what I'm getting out of it and I enjoy it. I mean, we're at the point now where you can't care too much about what people don't see. I mean, that comprehension's on them. No child left behind. They got left behind, bro.
Right. Right.
This one.
So, you know what? Okay. I'm enjoying the hell out of this story. As simple as that.
Well said. Well said. In the chat, it says that some say that the actions speak more than words, but some words can change a person. I just love this chapter. And that's from Pedro. Agree. And but not to mention, his teachers and peers kept praising him, telling him that he'd be number one.
Yeah.
Too.
Thank you, Cameron.
Yeah.
That put up his confidence to be much higher than
cocky.
others and feel like he's cocky.
But it's because of his quirk that people are like, yeah, you're gonna be the number one hero. Look at your super flashy quirk, and he's like, yeah, look at me.
Right? He's like, shit, I am top dog. I should act like it.
Absolutely a product of society, just like Shigaraki is.
Yep.
So, oh man,
I
can't wait to get that like actual like breakdown of Shigaraki's.
Yes.
So, oh my god, that's gonna be insane. I can't wait.
He's been missing for a while now, so I'm excited to see how he brings him back.
So rightfully so, we got a lot to deal with.
I know.
I feel like this is a great place for Horikoshi to be like, all right, I've done enough with this group. It's time to get back to show y'all why you must be worried.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably get a little bit more resolution with the angry mob, but then we'll move on to the.
So,
do you think the villains are next, or Endeavor and like their family drama?
I think the villains might be next.
Okay.
Unless he just kind of shoots Dobby in there.
Well, I'm kind of not upset or mad about, but I'm still trying to figure out where the fuck is All Might and Stain. Like, we saw the card coming. Is the card behind them? Like, yo, like.
Well, I
just want to get that already. Like, I just want to get that conversation, or Stain pop up and be like, hey kids, what's up? Let's have a conversation or something.
As much as I would like Stain to have shown up, now it's a terrible time.
Oh yeah, now.
Yeah.
They're in school.
But could you imagine if Stain showed up at the gates, bro?
What's up, y'all?
Like, what's good, kid?
And be
I'm
like,
your
hey,
teacher.
Deku,
What's good?
I need to talk to you. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
with All Might? Exactly.
God.
With Small Might, he rolls up and they're like,
They'll be like, you see, we should not allow him in here. We are defenseless. If a guy like him could just pop up, you'd be like, yo, but he's good though. He's chilling.
I'm like, yep, this is great. I'm like, oh my god, that would be hilarious. I didn't even go front. That would be hilarious.
I just want to say, UA is giving me the Wayne Manor a little bit, just a little bit, or like the Justice League Tower, because like, it's just so dark and broody.
Exactly. Isn't it like, remember what UA used to stand for?
Yes.
And now it looks like what? A prison from the outside.
Yes.
No lie.
Perspective.
Well,
Other side is the prison.
And one of the people brought up the principal, and I was like, was that like
Exactly.
an Easter egg?
Exactly.
Was that an Easter egg?
What's the principal been telling the people?
What's he been telling them? Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we do know Horikoshi loves his Batman, so
He loved Batman. He showed you.
Here we go.
But when I saw that building, I'm like, yo, that building got some crazy ass upgrade. And when the kids also said like, yo, it has some crazy things about the system too, I'm like, maybe that could backfire if you're talking that high tech type of system. That could backfire for people. So I'm like, I don't think.
I mean, somebody said it in chat that is nothing to Shigaraki, bro.
Yeah,
that's true.
Wasn't
That
that
is
the
true.
same system as what the prison was? So it's
This
just
is
like
that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping
You
it's a
know?
quick nullifying, which is also bad.
yeah, because it's like that. Is this Amanda
What
Waller?
if that gets turned in on them? Then they're
Exactly.
so.
Exactly.
I still think we're going to get full circle with these Parker erasure bullets and that system. It's going to come back to bite them. He's going to use the tools that society has created against them.
And I feel like we still kind of need to see the broken Chisaki meeting area again.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's coming. I still, man, can you imagine how mad people are going to be when Eric heals him? They're mad about Bakugo apologizing. Can you imagine that when Eri heals him and forgives him, how mad they're going to be?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the
I
conversation.
feel that's
I can't
coming.
wait.
Because like these people are just mob mentality, just going whatever wave is going high up to. Like, oh, he saved the day, yay! We give him some appreciation. How about literally giving him a helping hand and helping him? And like, oh my God, he's what the greatest villain's looking for. Why are we putting him into our own home? It's like, my man, he's your only last line of hope. You're gonna die if you don't do anything. You guys are sitting ducks without Deku, and now like with Deku here, at least you have a strong fortress within this building at least. And then like Class 1A is getting them, but it's good to know like with Bakugo when he says like what you've done is not wrong. Same with the ideals of All Might, but you are by yourself. You're on your last leg. Let us help you. Let's at least save you up, have the other leg, and like help protect you while also continue fighting at the same time. And all the efforts that Deku has been doing throughout the month, I'm gonna say, or weeks, our space lady hero told us the entire situation. All the help that Deku has done has helped taking down like some other small-time villains, have lessened the gangs and mobs of vigilantes and everything. Deku's efforts was not in vain, regardless. It was all for the greater help for the police to help in, the other heroes, everything is small time. Deku has been helping really well, and it's finally gone full circle of completely of his entire job throughout the entire months that the month that he did. But Deku would still have that mentality where it's not enough yet because the mob crowd are not there yet to fully support him. There's no love for the heroes that that just saved your life. It's always like take from the people. And that's the most painful experience for anybody to do. It's all they do is take, and all that stress and all that pressure is onto you. It's horrible for you mentally. And thank God Deku had Class 1A with him.
I really felt Deku when he saw the mob and he just was like, he looked like done. He looks so done. Like,
they'll never accept me. That's why I can't.
I took that personally because it's like when you hold a lot of stuff in, kind of thing, and you see what you hope doesn't come true, does come true, you just get defeated all over again. When we have your hopes up. So I felt that in Deku. So when the Chaka was like, no, like you're not going anywhere, I felt that whole like encounter. I was like, wow, that was nice,
So in the chat, they said they're asking like, where do you think Toga is? Might be inside the UA fortress.
She probably.
And to be quite honest, if Deku was still like going around town in that same mental state, he would have been not in the best mind state to be able to give an answer to Toga. But at least,
not only that, I feel like where's the one place she knows that he would have ended up? Wait, if she is there, it makes sense to me.
True,
and
it does.
Now that Ochako kind of has this resolve, I feel like now since her response is what Toga like kind of needed, and now it's like her turn to kind of like right those wrongs sort of. I feel like that would be a nice little segue into that if that were to be the next thing.
Because many chapters ago during the War Liberation arc, that conversation between Ochako and Toga was I enjoyed that conversation a lot. Because Toga was right to question her like, yo, so this is what heroes are about. And Ochako was like, well, it's like, there's already flaws. And since then, we've seen just how flawed the hero society is. So I'm excited to see Toga pull up again. Toga and Stain bring in such strong dialogue. Well, they can bring in such strong dialogue these next few, in this arc anyway. Whether we will see him is still up in the air because we hypothesized that we might see him before this moment of return to UA. We can still see him later. But whenever we get that conversation between Deku and Stain or Deku and Toga or Ochako and Toga, yo, pay attention to that dialogue. It's gonna be special. It's gonna be real good. It really is.
I mean, I'll be one of the people to say it, and there are a lot of people that are already saying it. What All for One and Shigaraki are doing is necessary.
Oh yeah.
For a better place.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yo, sometimes evil.
It's unfortunate. It's shitty the way they have to go about it, but it's got to be done.
Look, evil is necessary. I don't believe in a utopia. I don't, because there's always something wrong. Evil is necessary. Eternal good is weird to me.
Some things have to fall in order for there to be change.
Exactly. It's just,
and that's just life.
Like evil brings about progress. Yeah, because let's imagine that.
I mean, it depends on the evil. Okay?
Yeah, it's opposite forces, not like evil.
Let's just say that All for One and whatnot didn't happen, right? This hero society would have continued on. Yo, how flawed is this hero society? Everybody thinks it's perfect. We realize how dark it actually is, right? What does this evil do? What does a character like Stain do? They question the status quo. They question like, yo, this shit is flawed. And none of y'all are listening to this shit because y'all think everything is roses and lilies in a meadow. It's not. And we're going to expose that and be like, y'all are hypocrites. Y'all contradict everything y'all stand for. And y'all lying to the people. And then look at the people are finally realizing like, oh shit, is this really what we want? Like, okay, hero society is important, but it needs to be changed drastically. But that change doesn't get brought to the forefront without evil. In this case, without this type of evil.
Let's be real. They actually created most of the evil when they drew the line of who was a hero and who wasn't.
Like, not you assassinating
if you read, no, not even just that, bro. When they talked about when they hit this point where they wanted people to be heroes and they were like people using their quirks and they wanted to kind of put an end to all that, they literally drew a line. And if you were on one side of the line, essentially you were a vigilante villain. If you were on the other side of the line, you were what they considered a hero. So they basically made villains on their own just because they decided to exclude folks. It was because they didn't want to do things the way that they wanted to be done. Very interesting dialogue in all of this My Hero universe, bro.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Little distraction. I just saw in the TL that Funimation and Crunchyroll are
actually underneath the same company. Sony.
What a toxic relationship, but finally.
Yo, so which subscription do I cancel here?
So you better cancel Funimation.
That's likely why I was a bit distracted because I was trying to look at the news and I was trying to read the article and see what it is. But
so okay, I want to add. Does anybody know is Funimation coming into VRV? Or,
they have no news of that.
That's what someone said.
They have no news of that.
Put it back in VRV because it was in VRV at the start.
What they're making it sound that they're gonna make a new app, which is weird. I'm like, why?
No.
Hopefully, no new subscription.
I'm going to write a strongly worded letter. Do not use any of the legacy tech from Funimation's side of things.
Yeah.
Period. Funimation is bad. And you know it's bad. I love their content, but their service is bad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I pay for it. It's bad.
Here's the problem. Not Funimation putting out a tweet 43 minutes ago saying read more on our website and their website crashed.
Wow!
Their website is performing site maintenance at this time. Oh,
Case and point.
Oh, okay. Let me go cancel my Funimation subscription right now.
I can't wait for us to have a full discussion of that on Thursday when that fully comes with more information. Hopefully by then, and they could have the article and website fixed because a lot of people are trying to read the article and the website's down for that exact reason.
Oh my god.
So it literally says we are working on our issues right now. I'm like, yeah, I see that.
We have issues. We're working on them.
But yeah. About the chapter with My Hero, any last thoughts or any more comments with that? With Deku, Baku, and with people saying in the comments?
I genuinely love this chapter. This chapter, Horikoshi has this way of, making moments happen exactly when they need to happen. And I love that. It's just a great pacing. More please.
Bless you.
Yeah. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's allergies.
Oh, yeah, you're just allergic to haters. I got it.
That's fine, which is true, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, Spicy, Abe, any last thoughts?
I was gonna say like next chapter. It seems like it's gonna be, bless you for sure.
Okay.
Inspiration for the crowd to approve for Deku to come back in the group because everybody's like linking arms, protesting against all this of allowing Deku to join. It's literally we need a whole hero speech kind of thing or inspiration speak where Deku needs to come back in, realize that he's still a kid, like he needs sleep, food, and people to like he care about. He needs mental help right now, and he's getting this. And you people better understand this, or else you get the fuck out of UA. Because if you don't want protection, get the hell out. Is all I'm saying.
I love the chapter. Like Ray said, I think Horikoshi does a great job at pacing, but also at the same time, like just tugging at your heart a little bit to where you relate to a lot of what the character emotions are, which is what every story is. But I feel with My Hero especially, it's like it has that hero spin on it, which I think adds more to like to the humanity of the heroes. So especially with Deku's character, I really related to like what he went through, and even Bakugo's humbling moment. I think a lot of us go through those moments, so it's nice to see that depicted, on screen, what have you. But I'm excited for new chapters to come, because I think it was a nice like conclusion to like Deku's little tirade, what have you. So I'm excited.
Boy had a midlife crisis at 15.
Hey, look, guys, you know where I stand on this chapter.
The streets is hot.
It was fire. There was no point where I was like, oh, this is corny, this is whack. I loved everything. I loved the emotion. I loved the dialogue. I loved the character growth from not only Bakugo, but from everyone we've gotten so far. And I'm really, really excited for this. Like, I hope next chapter, either we're going to get an assault on UA or, Horikoshi's going to go back to the villains. Because I would like to see what the villains are doing. And please, you can't tease me with showing me Stain and then we go like 10, 20, 40, 50 chapters without Stain again.
It's only been like 3.
And, it feels like so long. It's been like 2 months. I need Stain right now.
For me, I would say I love this chapter as well. I can't really add much to what you guys said because it is exactly how I felt like seeing that these kids are fucking still in high school. 16, 15, 17-year-olds having regular emotions, depression, anxiety type of stuff, knowing what they're going through and still trying to figure out their own emotions of how to express them. Because we were there once. I was not a perfect kid as a teenager. I was still trying to understand my own emotions. Now I'm much better with them. Am I perfect? No. But I have improved since then. It's the same thing with Bakugo. He was a kid that, yes, bullied Deku, but it's not because he was doing it on purpose, but it's because that's what he was taught and been told and praised about feeling cocky, being told that he was a superior. But he learned that it's not all that about life. There's also people that to care about and there's friendships, and that's what I would Deku learn. That's what I would Bakugo learn. And seeing that with Deku is that he preached about being a team and everything back then, but he felt there's so much pressure and weight on his shoulder trying to save everyone from Japan just because of this one main villain. He felt like he had to take this on his own, but he realized from his classmates and everything that they're not all weak, that he can actually share this burden with them. They could do this as a team, and they're stronger than what they realize, and that's what Deku taught them. And now he had to be taught that same lesson to himself as well from his own classmates, the ones that he taught. And that was beautiful for me, and can't wait to see what happens in 2 weeks, where the story is going to go. Are we going to continue seeing this riot of people trying to not have Deku join back UA, or are we going to switch over gears to seeing, or for one, seeing Dabi, seeing the other League of Villains, because we don't know where they've been, or maybe see the conversation of Stain and All Might, what they had, or seeing where Overhaul is, aka Chisaki, see what he's up to. So it'd be pretty interesting to know where we're heading in that direction, or maybe go back to Endeavor, or maybe see with Deku and his mom. Say like, hey mom, how you been? I look like shit because
she's been gone for so long. She's been gone. Ever
that's what I'm saying.
The town gets you.
Listen, I actually don't want to see Inko see her son because it's gonna break my heart if she sees Deku in this current state.
This man needs milk, aka clothes. This man's need new gear, new everything.
That's not how milk works.
She gonna curse out all my shit. I thought you told me you were gonna take care of my son. What have you been doing all this time?
Who is this man?
Who is this man?
Give me back my son.
So overall, I really can't wait to see when Deku goes to the hero support department and tells her, "Hey, I need this all updated in you because all this shit got ripped and
I bet they
broken."
already got it waiting for it. Like they know.
I hope it does. Yo, I
I
can't wait to see that new suit.
I actually
that new
really,
outfit.
I really want to see his new suit. Like,
I'm
sure
excited
he's
for
getting,
that.
Like a new one for that last, like that final
Yes.
stand. It's coming.
But he better not keep a hero cape. As much as that's adorable, guaranteed hair, type of shit.
He needs to
Please
cape.
don't. No, he
No,
don't.
he'll have a cape.
He'll have,
Yeah.
he'll.
You
Horikoshi
think
loves
so?
Diamond too much to not
You
have,
think so?
Deku have a cape. He's going to have a cape.
He's gonna have his. He's gonna have it. He's giving him his Batman pose. Now we have to have it. He
Yeah.
gave him his
Deku's
Spider-Man.
whole-
He gave him his Batman pose. He gave him his Spider-Man pose. He needs a Superman pose.
And Deku's whole color scheme was Robin. So like the yellow, green, and red,
Mhm,
red, like
mhm.
it's all Robin scheme. So he's gonna get the Batman.
It's gonna happen.
He's gonna.
And
He's
he's been teasing the cape with the black whip, and the
Yes,
shadows and
yes,
he's been teasing the cape this whole time.
Yes.
He's gonna get
Like he made a cape
Alright,
with his
alright.
quirk, bro.
Yes.
If it's a cape, I want the same height the current cape is, like mid range. I don't want the full up to the floor type of cape. I want like mid cape.
Nah,
if it
But
is.
nobody actually wears floor capes. Okay,
Yeah, them Jones corny. Them
nobody
Jones
wears
been
those.
corny.
Those are
Yeah.
fake. Fake.
At that point, it's a wedding dress, okay?
Yep.
Wait, also
Looking at you, All Might.
Might. He doesn't have a dad.
Oh gosh.
I'm right here, bro. Don't talk about my son like that.
So LSF did ask the question, why ain't his dad pull up? Hey, Hori got
I'm
things
right
to do.
here.
Hori got things to do, and technically his current dad is All Might, so he's chilling right now. So let him be. His real dad. The audience don't really has asked for it. We've been curious
Yeah,
about
no
it.
one
I'm literally
cares.
sitting right
Kind
here.
of like Jotaro's dad was like, oh, he's a jazz musician, and we just never see him ever again because no one cares.
Because
Yeah, so,
Pablo's a
like-
Rolling Stone.
or technically like Ash Ketchum for the past 25 years. We don't care about where dad is. He just been chilling.
His dad is Professor Oak.
Professor
How do
Oak,
you-
yes.
Oh yeah, because he's the one that's piping his mom. So yes, that makes total sense.
Oh my God.
I mean, like, All Might also kind of owes Deku
I was-
an apology of his old
I mean,
ideas
but
and too,
All Might
but-
also owes Deku an apology. I'll be very.
yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You should have
They
said.
both,
He
like,
should have
They
said.
need to
something.
apologize to each other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh.
yeah, yeah. Because
It's
oh
like,
my,
I'm sorry I put the weight of the world on your shoulder, thinking you could carry it like I did. Because just because he had the quirk
And,
doesn't mean he can
and,
carry the responsibility.
Deku's like,
Mhm.
I'm sorry I abandoned you or left you behind.
then he said, "Go home, old man. No one
Well,
wants
it's-
you
basically,
here."
he might be apologizing and say, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, because he should have
Yeah.
listened.
Yeah,
But still, yeah, he
That's
only
a-
did what he did because of what he taught him previously. That's it.
Mhm.
as
Oh.
a mentor, you gotta speak up and say
Mhm.
something. And he did not. He said, "He's like, damn, I should have said something, but I just saw myself and I didn't know what to say."
Ray, you a bad father? Listen, bro, I got other stuff to
Ooh.
You see?
Meanwhile, my son is.
Be a hero. He's being a hero, so he's
do. Yeah,
good.
I'm
Yeah.
watching him. I'm watching him be a hero. Like you go, boy.
Both my sons are.
If
doing
I showed up now, it would just throw off his game. I don't need to do that.
I'm just
It does-
hanging out with his old nemesis villain kind of thing. We're just having a man-to-man talk.
No, I'm over in
And-
the States with Captain Celebrity, just chilling. We good.
And plus, that's how Goku, does his kids. Like, after
Don't
the
bring
born,
Goku
you grow
into
up.
this.
Oh,
Don't bring
whoa.
Goku into this, okay?
Okay. Anyway,
talk
next.
Anyway, so my
Yeah.
new conversation is a wrap. Unless I'm talking about this beautiful one shot of one of the big three came back. And guys,
Oh
there's only
wait.
one
You want to go
big three.
Bleach before JJK?
That's what Ray wanted to discuss.
Oh, Ray. Okay.
Hey, actually, so
You
y'all
wanna
do what y'all
be-
do because I actually got a bounce.
Oh
Because,
damn.
it's the middle of the work day. I got shit to do.
I understand.
So I got a bounce. Thank y'all for letting me get in what I wanted to say. I appreciate y'all. Spicy, of course. Welcome to the TV. I've already told you multiple
Thank you.
So I will talk with y'all soon, okay?
Copy. I'll
Uh,
see you.
Bye.
And chat, don't let Vash get slide without watch. He ain't watched Hunter x Hunter, not a single minute more, okay?
Dang.
Don't let him get away with it.
And also, guys, for those that want to check out Ray's content, don't forget to check out the youtube.com
Oh yeah, it
slash
should be it should be out this
RayApollo.
evening.
It should be check in the description for his video or check out his tweets as well. His manga time with Ray. So definitely check that out. So you
Episode
guys
2
wanna
is
see-
out this evening. So
Yeah, so if you guys want to check out his JJK talk, definitely go check that out. So Ray, bye. So which one do you guys want to do then next? JJK or Bleach then?
Y'all got me excited for Bleach.
I'm excited for Bleach, but you know, JJK because Bleach is long. Bleach was
Mhm.
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
So
lot.
okay.
Oh
So let's do
my.
JJK because I was actually interested in JJK. So let's do JJK first then. So
Okay.
JJK talk. And I want to kick off with Spicy again first because this is her first time talking about JJK itself first, and I know that she did the binge read like me, Sam, and James, and
Yes.
so we all kind of almost did a binge read almost the same time. So Spicy, go on first.
I'm liking the pop culture American movie references. I love Fight Club, so I just love how this whole like these fashion chapters were nothing but Fight Club references, and even like the Hayaki, he has like the fur jacket as what what's his name had on in the movie, so I like that. I like Yuji is so adorable. I just love Yuji, and I love like this whole intricate plan they're having where they need Hayaki for all of this, and yeah, it's just I loving Megumi, how he's like on this assassin type shit, and Panda's like cute self. I love those three characters. So seeing them work together, that has been really fun.
Okay. For me, one, I love finding out that Karara is not a woman. I thought
Yeah.
Yeah, I was writing like, yo, who
Yeah.
called dibs? In
I was
case
like,
he called
oh.
dibs.
I was like, oh, that's a dude.
I
Bet,
was like, I
I'm
like
with it.
that.
But low key, the star of that chapter, Megumi, used it. Yo, my man
Yo.
was in and out of.
My
people.
man was Hitman.
He was on his assassin.
He was
My
Hitman.
name was an assassin, right? My
He was
literally
an
came
assassin
choke lock,
shit, bro.
kick lock, and like I'm like, damn, my dude
No.
coming out the shadow like it's nothing. I'm like, shit,
No.
that's dope.
Bro,
Man
I
is
love it.
noob. Man is noob. This
Oh my
assassin is
God.
from Mortal
Yes.
Kombat.
No, literally.
He's noob, Saibot. He's like,
That's
done.
what in the previous
was.
chapter when they were like, oh, the other kid, and he came out, he's like, who you calling? I was like, yo, Megumi.
Not him, not Megumi flexing it. And then for me, ever since the beginning of JJK, I always felt some type of way about Sukuna being focused on Megumi. I was like, nah, like
Oh, shit,
nigga,
that's dope.
You got Yuji
Sure.
flames.
Nice shirt,
But
Sam.
then, hey, bet that. But then Megumi flexing like this with his abilities, I'm like, okay, Sukuna, I see what you're talking about. This shadow ability is mad nice. My nigga, you an ultimate assassin.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
go
also-
anywhere. You can sneak up on any. Oh, bet that. But then also Karara's ability too is his curse technique. Yo,
It reminds me like a
it.
it sounds like a
Yeah.
magnet kind of thing. If he
Yeah.
pins you, you can't get closer. But then, like,
and
she can't get close to you neither.
His technique, like he couldn't get away from his dog the devil dog that he summoned. It's like, nah, you attach at them too. I was like, okay, the strategic ability of this, I'm like, yo, this is dope. But more so, I'm just excited to have JJK back. Like, yes, we haven't started the calling game yet, but we're finally meeting the third year students of Jujutsu High. And it's like, yo, I'm mad interested in it. We kind of have an idea of Karara's ability. I want to know what Old Boy's ability is. And
Yeah.
plus, I'm ready for that dialogue between him and Yuji because he's like, hey, I want to make 1 million yen for one day. You know,
For 1 hour. For 1
He said-
hour.
He said 1
1
hour
hour
in a
In
day.
a day.
in a day, and you get 1 million yen for the whole month. You want to do that? And I'm like, oh.
Yo, you know that teacher that was scared of everything but knew how to dodge everything? He would have loved this job. He would have like, yo, yes,
Oh,
automatically,
yeah.
yes.
He was with the sword, right? He was like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
here.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about Nanami?
Nanami?
Nanami.
No.
R.I.P.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Nanami. He'd been like, yo, I don't.
He's
I
a
don't work
homeboy.
Overtime. He would have been like, yes, sir. What 1 hour of work? Oh, say less. I mean, of course, he does have his whole honor code and whatnot, but he would have heard Old Boy. I was like, yeah, cool. What we got?
But you just
Yo.
don't care about money, so I don't think you just going.
But also,
Yeah.
I do really gotta say this chapter got me more intrigued than last week. Like as much as I do say, what Spicy said about the Flight Club, that's pretty dope and everything. But seeing how where boy Megumi did the whole assassin type of trope, really dope, and taking up the cameras and everything. And I would Panda in page 9 to looking cute as an animal, just like Panda, tiger, Panda, and they're literally just going and attacking them, dope as hell. But finding out that our character Hikari that she has a similar curse mark. I mean, curse technique like Gojo. That it's not like you could cut the space in between. It's like more like a magnet. That's the way I see it. Like a magnet. It's like you're pulling something apart and within each other. Is what I'm understanding it. How did you guys feel like that?
Yeah, because wasn't that mark on Panda's butt like a tattoo, like a star? Was that like her?
From the way I research it, it's a star. So, in my sense, for a star constellation.
Okay, so that kind of makes sense. Why they're always kind of going maybe back and forth type. I don't know, but I like abilities that make heroes or just some people like calm down and think. Cause I think that's gonna be interesting. Curse to get through.
I thought it was like a domain expansion where like you made the entire world in itself, but you have no realization for it, and that's why it takes so long for him to like walk to another place, to another location, that sort of thing. But that's not it. It's like whenever he has a star and a signature onto like wherever, that's why he put it on his Panda's butt, because you can't see it. It was I guess it's like as long as he has opposite effect, you can never get close to me, but I can't get close to you.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it was like a magnet type of spell, like on the reverse, like you pull and then you grab by each other. Like that's why his wolf and plus Megumi, they couldn't separate each other because they were like a magnet trying to pull each other. So that's the way I felt like maybe that's a possibility with her curse technique. It's like some type of science with the magnet. So that's what I felt like.
Yeah, it's about it's literally about the, I guess, curse energy's magnetic pole. Like, yeah, we already know about the curse technique and the healing technique kind of way, but it seems like this one is just a different form of just literally a full-on magnet of north and south pole situation.
Okay.
But definitely cool.
It's gonna be fun, especially because let's be real. I mean, this curse technique is dope, but how does it look like when it does a domain expansion? I
mean, we know, like, we already know the most simplest curse technique can be a very tricky and powerful. I mean, look at our boy.
Toto.
That boy start clapping and then your whole world get effed up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so this is already cool technique. You don't necessarily know. Is she one of the strongest third year as well, or he was just always with? Sorry, yeah, was he always with Hiyari this entire time though? Because we always know that Hiyari is the strongest one of the whole entire year, and we don't know too much about Kihari, basically, and everybody seems so worried about her.
I thought they said something about him. Like, I don't know. I have to go back and reread it.
I mean, besides the character change look and everything.
They were talking about it outside when they're planning. They're comparing the two of them. They're always together, but they're comparing them separately. If I remember, and I don't know what they said about him.
Regarding Hikari or Kurara?
Hikari.
Kirara's. Oh, I'm talking about Hikari? His ability?
They don't know his. They don't know his ability.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't know his, so we just finding out hers. Yeah, Panda been trying to figure out, but he never had the chance to get close enough to the rooftop of the door. So now with Megumi, they thought they had the chance, but now knowing that she was outside and they were just running into trouble, so now I'm really curious to know.
Changing plans.
Yeah, I'm really curious to know what the next chapter will be in 2 weeks of how the conversation with Yuji and plus Hikari is gonna be, and plus Hikari is gonna be with Megumi and Panda, and how's that 2-on-1 gonna continue, or is she gonna just go and jump in?
So I saw he grabbed his phone, and I didn't know if that had to do with his ability or not, because if he immediately saw when he grabbed his phone and it dropped.
He dropped it, but then what he did was he touched the nose of the dog, and then afterwards the magnetic push and pull, like it literally went the opposite pole, And as you can see, like Kiari can't, Megumi noticed Kiari can't approach either, meaning because she's
Yeah.
they're all facing the same like magnetic
Again,
pole
like
right
you
now.
said, the magic, yeah. That's why it was smart on Megumi's move to intercept him between him and the door.
Yeah.
Because now, like, Karara can't do anything about it. As far as we know, unless we find out more about his ability. Because keep in mind, they only know the basics. They don't fully know the extent of Karara's ability. So, definitely good move by Megumi. We'll see what happens. Hikari, I don't know if we'll see his ability next chapter. I think because we're going to get some good dialogue. But we'll eventually find out what he can do, and it's going to be something real. I feel like it's going to be something real nice because it has to be for you to be in this high position.
Yeah.
And you running all of this, and you having such control. Oh, you have to have, whether it's a simple ability, again, like Toto's ability is simple, but it actually has some really dope application, or it's a really crazy ability that's like, oh shit. Who knows?
I just can't wait to see the 2-on-1 and see how are they gonna figure out the curse thing. Because I like it when curse users try to figure out during battle what is the curse technique and what is their ability and how are they gonna take it out. So that's my favorite part of the JK of how during the battle these users try to use strategy and try to figure out how can they take each other out and how can they figure out those type of abilities. That is one of my favorite things of JJK.
I think I'm good.
Chapter was short.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so if that's all for JJK, let's move on to the one of the big three that came back. It is the one shot of the sequel of Bleach One-Shot.
I might put on the mask again, but you know what? I'm just gonna hold him up. Me and my lion friend.
All right. So, who wants to go first with the Bleach One-Shot conversation?
You want to go first, Lion? No, you don't want to go first. He says one of y'all go first. All right,
Sam. What do you want to go start us first? What you thought about this chapter?
Honestly, there was a lot within this entire one shot. Like this one shot could literally be its own. Like there needs to be an arc for this entire one shot for sure. Because now, why'd you give us new enemies right there? Why'd you give us? Like, okay, cool. Ones. We actually thought it's an epic log of, oh, hey, here's the kids. Yeah, we're all having a family reunion. Nope, that was literally the last chapter of Bleach. This is literally a whole entire story arc that's really coming your way. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Will there be more now? Like, well,
last
I'll
week,
see. Like,
last week there was rumors of that a whole new arc would be published.
Yeah, a whole new arc.
And based on this one shot, it makes perfect sense.
It definitely shows.
And wait, hold on, before we continue. Isn't there a Bleach movie where Ichigo goes to hell?
Hellsing, Hell, something like that. Hellsing, Bleach Hellsing. Yep.
I believe I saw it. I believe I saw it.
I liked Hellsing because it expanded on Ichigo's hollow form. I remember watching it.
Is it canon?
I don't know.
Because if it's not canon, I feel like it's about to be canon.
Because it feels like it is because they were explaining his hollow form. So I was like, at the time I was like, what's going on? Because I wasn't Bleach. I was like, what? So I don't know. We maybe.
Are you talking about the movie?
It was Hellsing.
Hellverse?
Hellverse. Hellverse.
I don't think did I see this one? I don't think so.
There's also a lot of new characters in this one shot too. I mean, of course, they had to replace the captains from the previous vice captains.
Well, and also, let's not say which captains died or not. Let's just try to, because in case people haven't finished it and just want to talk about the one shot for those people that are watching, just in case. So I just want to say that first.
Look, you behind me.
I love you.
That's my shorty, yo.
I love you.
Dibs.
I don't know how old she is, so no, they're all like a couple hundred years old, so you're fine. No, but that's my homie. Like that's my homie. That's not my wife. That's my homie. That's my homie.
Yeah, I love her. She just came out with the energy and the nails. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Very much a millennial.
There's so many new,
It's
no lie.
I'm sorry, Sam. Yeah, continue, Sam. I'm interrupted like a mug.
No lie, Sam. I'm sorry, but I agree with Mercenary. when I read this chapter, I was reading like the first 20 pages or like the first 5 even. I was happy reading this shit. I was like, oh shit, that's Ichigo's son. Oh, that's Renji Rukio's kid. Oh my god, this. Oh my god, like the captains and everything. And like, and then I was reading the rest of the chapter on what Spicy and Abel was here, and I said, oh, that's the big titty vice captain. And she's like, oh, does Rengoku like, I know, I'll just forget her name, but like that's a big titty girl, man. Like how amazing is it? Like I have so much flashback of enjoyment of Bleach, and I don't give a fuck about the timeline or people slander for Bleach, because people love to slander Bleach for no goddamn reason, and people don't like to consider Big Three. I'm like, yeah, ridiculous, yeah, so stupid fucks. I'm not gonna pay mind to you or what you say. It's part of the Big Three no matter what. Y'all need to understand what the fuck the Big Three is, so shut the fuck up. But anyway, Bleach is fucking amazing. This chapter really brought flashbacks, and I don't care what people say. If there is an actual type of sequel-ish of a multiverse, aka this Bleach sequel type of one-shot, and plus Burn the Witch type of in the same universe, and type of sequel, type of season 1, season 2 type of storytelling, and plus Kubo takes his time, I am for it, because Boruto is hit or miss with some chapters from me, but Boruto feels like more of a catch grab. But this Bleach story and the Burn the Witch feels more of storytelling, because the creator got a interesting idea and wanted to write it. Boruto felt more like, hey, let's catch grab on Naruto and let's write more for the story. I'm like, okay, cool. I just enjoy it because I grew up in Naruto. But this chapter really made me not fall in love, but made me want more. And I'm left with like 10 pages left. So, but overall, from what I read of 60 plus pages, I enjoyed the hell of it, and I can't wait for more. I had a great time.
I when I found out that we were getting like these chapters, I part of me didn't care, because I was like, I want my trailer. I want my trailer. But like as soon as like we got closer to the weekend, and with the JoJo hype, and then I got excited, because I'm like, these are my 2 favorite series returning. And I loved it. I loved how they brought certain around card. I don't want to spoil, but they brought certain like villains back. And then normally when they bring certain villains back, it's done, I feel like, and like a cheap type thing. But I feel like the way they did with this one, it was like justifiably so, because this villain was one of my favorite ones and had like a really nice conclusion. So I liked how they did that when they brought this one back. Crazy improvements in a lot of like the hollows. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I've never been horrified. Normally with Kubo's like hollow forms, yes, they can range from weird looking, like they look like demons, whatever. But like these look like different tier type of hollows. And I was like, this is what happens when you take a break, you get relaxed. That creative mindset comes to coming out. Kubo said, y'all thought I was dead? Y'all thought I was done? No, I'm back. I was like, period. I was like, he gonna make some scary hollows, but that's one thing he gonna do. So I love that.
It kind of reminds me of like Kingdom Hearts in a way. Like hollows are like heartless. These are like the nobodies. Because like the structure and everything, and the bones and everything.
Yes.
It just makes this completely different from what we see, and like there's no spiritual pressure from them. That means what's the counterbalance of spiritual pressure?
Yes.
So I love what you bring up, Sam, because also I was gonna add that the timing that Kubo did is amazing, because this series ended in 2016 August 23rd, and it started in August 7th, 2001. He timed it perfectly, because yes, it did not come on August 7th. It came on August 9th, but to know that he timed his one-shot literally on the anniversary of when the series started and when the series ended the same month, that's freaking beautiful. Like, he had this coming. He had this plan probably for a year or for a couple months. Like, hey, I want this one-shot, and I want to release it in August on my year anniversary. And that's beautiful. Like, that's literally 20 years later. We're in 2021, and it makes sense why Shonen Jump has a 20-year anniversary coming in this month in December for that reason. I'm like, oh shit, that makes sense. Put 2 and 2 together, like that makes so much sense for the series.
And explain why that whole Aizen and Loki thing came. Cause when I saw it, I was like, what the hell? Like, this is so random. Then I realized, he probably was like writing the one shot or the arc, and like just got inspired by watching Loki and probably do Aizen that way. Cause I was just like, why would you randomly draw that?
That's
so now
crazy.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
That's crazy. If he actually wrote the one shot in this past 2-3 months because of Loki, I'm like, yo, that's some fast writing and drawing then.
Well, I mean, he's done it before. So, but I loved it. I love this chapter. I love Ichigo's like new look. I love his hair. He's so adorable, but he's still
Looks so
himself.
mature too.
So mature, you know, and I love how it seems like nothing's like changed when he comes around everyone. Like everything still seems the same.
Except that people see him as a hero. But he's like, I'm not a hero.
I love when he said that because it's like, you know, he's just someone who wants to protect his family, his friends, and I love that.
Ichigo.
No, literally,
because he's very humble about it.
He is.
He's very humble about it because like he felt like he was just doing his thing. Like he didn't feel like he was doing a job, a hero thing. His motto always been to protect his family and friends. And if his friends and family was on the line, he didn't care if it was a hero thing or job thing. He would be like or get paid. And when the girl, I forgot her name, but Yu. When she came in like, hey. I want to take a picture of the hero. Hey, let's take a picture. Like, I don't want to take a picture. No, it's cool. Just forget it. I will just take a picture of you anyway. And he just like, he still felt humble just to take a picture for her and everything. But he didn't care about being close to her. And I felt like that's so beautiful as a character for Ichigo himself. And he didn't feel like pressure or he didn't feel like he was trying to shy away from it. Like, he just felt like he was doing his thing. He felt like he was doing a job. That's it. And that's why he didn't take no type of position as a captain or vice captain or no type of commander. He's just a guy that comes in, helps out, just leaves and just does his thing with Renji and them.
I love when Renji literally like invited Ichigo and Ichigo comes and he's like, why are you here? He's like, you literally invited me to come. He was like, what? You're an outsider. I was like, Renji, shut up. You're so
My response would be like, bitch, I'm gonna slap you. You gonna come. I'll be like, next time when you call me, I ain't even gonna come here or even be here, alright, my guy? Like,
but that's just typical Renji and Ichigo relationship. Like, you know, like Renji's just like a sweetheart. Like he likes Ichigo, but he just needs that, like, you know, like, why are you here? You're like, you're not part of the ranks. Like, that was me on my like civilian duty. Like now I was like, you don't have no rank here. And he just like, you literally called me on the phone and told me to go. Like, what are you talking about?
There was a lot of things I really enjoyed about this one shot. One of them being, of course, like I was mentioned, the nostalgia. Seeing Ikaku. Was dope. I was just like, and the fact that they still are themselves too is like, yes, they've matured, but you still see those personalities that we fell in love with. Yeah, but even more so, what I found hilarious was my man had the whole Bugs doing a hologram and he's being petty. He's like,
Mayuri.
Mayuri's like, I'm just like, hey, no, that Urahara, he's just doing
merchandise
bullshit. Yeah, no, I'm really bringing about. It's like,
right?
Oh, you seem insecure. What was that? Boom! It's like it can attack too.
No, but wait. Meyer was like, there is no reason why you had to say that. I was like, Peter, Meyer. He was like, there's no need for that.
This is my second favorite captain of the 13 core guards right here. I was like, I fuck with it so heavy. But then, even then, it was the design of the new hollows. First of all, how Renji and Rukia's daughter, how she was the only one who saw him. And yo, that panel in itself.
It was scary.
If you follow me on Twitch, you'll see that I posted my favorite panels throughout the whole thing. I was like, yo, that joint was creepy.
I was like, look out!
And it was the first time ever, as a fan of Bleach, I was like, that shit creepy.
Yes.
I was like, that shit is creepy. Yeah. And then not only that, yo, it's the fact that without really giving spoilers, a character that we get from the 1,000-Year Blood War arc that is going to be animated, coming back, and then playing an important but small role at the same time.
Yeah.
Small in the sense of like we probably won't see him again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
what he said about what happens with the ceremony that they're doing, the truth about the ceremony, which I won't spoil, right? But then knowing that those three people are showing, oh my God!
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this arc. Before I was like, I don't know about this arc, you know, I don't really. Now I'm like, oh, we about to get
and this is Kubo
badassery.
This is Kubo again explaining Reishi and Sarate again, like expanding upon all like. Already got Bleach, but now he's expanding upon even more. And I'm like, and I love that because there's so much that goes into what the Soul Reapers represent, what they're made out of, and Reishi and all of that. And for him to expand on that even more, I'm like, yo, this gonna be some crazy.
He brought in the repercussions of killing every villain and the captains who died, everything that came it threw off the balance of power. But
But
everybody
wait.
who seek for power,
I'm confused though. Aizen.
he's in hell. He said
Yup.
he's in hell?
Uh-huh.
But last we saw Aizen, was he just locked up?
He probably didn't want to stay locked up. He was like too overpowered to be locked up. But
they had to lock him up because I thought
no,
the thing was-
didn't Juha kill him?
No, they couldn't.
No?
They couldn't. That was the thing.
I don't remember. It's been a couple of years. I don't.
He was
remember.
trying
No,
to be
no, no.
recruited. He was going to be recruited. He turned it
Yeah.
down because I remember in the final chapters, he did have some dialogue about Ichigo when Ichigo was having his final fight. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
that guy is so strong, but he was locked up. So I'm
No, but
confused
no,
by
I
what
remember.
happened.
No, I think I remember. Like, remember, like he uses illusion one last time so Ichigo can have the last slash against Juha, but he had to like literally make it seem like he took the entire hit, so that he doesn't see Ichigo using one more Getsuko Tensho onto him.
So is Ichigo? So is Aizen actually? Did they actually? Because
Like, they
if
killed
did,
them
then
all?
That makes it very big because the whole idea of Aizen, and this is not really a spoiler, because if you've already completed the anime, you already knew this fact about Aizen was that they could not kill him because
Yeah.
he,
Mhm.
with the is it the Hokaku? Or
Yeah, the
something like
Hokaku, he absorbed
Yeah.
it, so he's
So
he's kind of
he was basically eternal.
Sarah.
Yeah, all they
Yeah.
could do was basically like, all right, let's put this man locked up and
Mhm.
bury him, right? But now I'm interested because if they actually did kill him,
That's
Yeah,
this
Kendall.
makes this arc really.
Kendall brought it back up. Like he sacrificed himself and is sent what we thought, but it was like a genjutsu kind of thing. But I think he really did sacrifice himself in order to be able to kill so that Ichigo could kill Juha.
Oh, this is. Ooh,
I mean, that's a good. That kind of helps with the balance though, because
yeah.
like we already know Aizen can't really die, and he keeps growing with power, but so is Juha. So I guess you kind of have to counter both abilities to literally neutralize both of them at the same time. Yeah, you become human. Yeah, you got killed. You got stabbed, but you got weak enough for Ichigo to like get the final hit in to kill you.
But I did like the idea that Aizen and the other character, who I won't say because it is a spoiler for those who haven't read the final arc or are waiting to watch the final arc. Their existence was necessary to keep the balance, basically. And the fact that they got, I like that there's repercussions. Like, it doesn't seem lazy to me. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You get rid of powerful entities like that. There has to be repercussions. So I'm definitely going to go peep that Bleach movie where they go to hell, because I honestly feel like Kubo's now, if it wasn't canon before, Kubo's basically saying like, oh yeah, there's going to be some stuff I pull on from that John is canon,
Which would be
we're gonna
that would be
count
dope.
hell. Yeah.
I did like how in the third to last panel, like as the villain is like talking about explaining everything, and it panels into Ichigo's like eyes and like in his Soul Reaper like card thing, and I was like, here we go again, like we're back on our bull again. Like I really like that panel, and obviously like the hell butterfly thing, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, they brought back the hell.
Wait, this gate is the gate they opened in the movie.
Yeah, it's the gate to hell.
That's the gate they opened in the Hellverse movie.
Damn, I need to watch Hellverse because I don't think I watch it. I watched the other one. Let me see, what is it?
Oh shit, let me check that. But I think that's the gate they opened.
I think I watched Memories of I watched Bleach movie to Diamond Dust, and I watched Fade to Black, I think. Or I might just probably rewatch all of them just for the fuck of it. Why not?
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
It also gave the Soul Society, the Soul Reapers, the realization that the mercy killing that they've done for their own fellow captains and all that stuff were also sent to hell.
Remember what he said. There's an old wives' tale. There is an old, and I thought that was
people who were 3 and above. Yeah, they were too strong to literally be spread for Soul Society and power and all that stuff. So
the only way to keep the balance was to send them to hell, and it's like, yo, you sending basically the spirit energy of allies to hell.
Not just the spirit energy, literally them themselves.
The whole being. And you saw Rukia. Rukia was like, bro, please don't tell me. And he was like, I'm just realizing myself. I was like, yo.
And like you saw the villain, like he like named like the biggest
He's
like
the
powerful
biggest,
OP
yes,
people.
Literally, bro. I'm just like, yo, and what they can do is literally like, yo, they don't need to be in hell. They don't need to be in hell. That kind of like, just living in there and who God knows what else is doing.
But then you know what was so raw was that the way he announced like each person that was gonna pull up, the fact that Yamamoto,
yeah, the last
Yeah.
person,
wasn't the last person mentioned.
Yeah.
Instead,
the
it
death
was
sword.
Ukitake, if I'm
Yes.
saying that right.
Yes.
And then you saw what happened to old boy. It's like, oh,
Yes.
it's about to be scary hours. It's spooky season.
And then it ending with Kazue, who opened up what seemed a portal to somewhere.
Yeah,
And
thought
I'm
it was
like,
because when he opened up the portal, I thought it was to the Soul Society because the next panel we were in the Soul Society.
Yeah.
But now it's
he
like,
said everyone's there, it's okay, and I'm like, ah, damn. He saw him falling down, butterfly. I was like,
but then here's the thing too.
dang.
One thing we have to keep in mind is that I don't think this is going to be an Ichigo-centered arc.
Which I'm fine with.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's going to be about his kid and probably Rukia's kid, which is so funny to me because, like, let's be real, we always talk about how Ichigo is broken. But by you doing this, it makes me think, like, all right, maybe there is a cap for Ichigo. There is a true cap for Ichigo. And now Ichigo's son, who, like, let's be real, basically inherited all the abilities.
Everything.
That his,
Yeah.
he's probably just as broken as daddy.
Yeah.
Probably
He's about
more
to get a
broken.
new-
Yeah.
He's about to get a new power. Let's find out this man
What if-
got some hell.
what I've
some
also
hell
noticed.
spawned in him.
It was Rukia and Reggie's child that saw the beast,
Yes.
the beast hell. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing it has to do with the children's as well. Like maybe the
Yeah.
full-grown adults can't see it, but like the kids can because you always see them playing with the butterflies and all that stuff like that. I guess the child, innocent,
Well,
kind mind that saw it, the balance.
Maybe because maybe that makes sense. But
And like if we do recall like both the kids were kind of doing some work like within inside and out. So even if it was unaware, especially for Ichigo's kid, he was doing some work.
yeah.
But society that didn't even realize and stuff. And to know and like literally the whole when they whole keep bringing up the ceremony to respect the dead, bring back the hollows just so that you kill them in front of them, and that kind of ceremonial old school tradition. Literally, like Ichigo was like, "Yo, but we didn't even do the tradition yet. You just did it. These were the hell beasts. They kind of are like hollows, but these." You killing them are respecting the dead, and they're literally right in front of Hell's Gates and doors. Thank you for that honor, though. It's like, wait, what? Wait.
It's really. I'm curious to know what Kubo's gonna be doing with this Bleach One-Shot. Like, is he gonna release the next one in the fall, or is he gonna release the next one next year? Because the 20th anniversary is gonna be in December. So this being a one-shot, technically a first chapter of said sequel, what's he gonna do with its turn of events? Like, where's he gonna go with this, and is he gonna connect it with the Burning Witch characters as well and with their abilities to know? Because we know the Burning Witch has season 1 of the first 3 chapters. So when is season 2 gonna come out? So I'm really curious because season 1 came out last year in the fall of 2020. So is season 2 gonna be this fall? So I'm really curious to know how Scuba gonna tackle this. And we still have no fucking news of the anime. Can we get at least some news, my guy?
I think we're gonna get in December because the
most
anniversary
likely.
coming up.
Oh,
I think we definitely are. And I
Me
think,
too.
I think with
so.
the marketing, they gave us this for just a little taste, and then once December comes, we're gonna be like, here's everything. We're gonna be like, thank you. Or so it's like I think they're gonna hold it like that. But this was nice. I'm just ready for the anime, man. I'm ready for the anime.
Me too. But Sam, any last thoughts? Abe, Spicy last thoughts for this chapter? Any speculation? Any hypeness? Anything that you felt like you could have gotten or wanted more from the Bleach of this one shot, aka first chapter of this arc?
I mean, there's a lot of questions into this entire one-shot chapter, and like we still have we never gone back to Ichigo's son of what he was doing 3 hours. Like it was 3 hours earlier. This entire thing was happening. What now? 3 hours afterwards, he's technically doing the Soul Reaper's work, but instead something else is different. Usually, we always see the back of the sword like touch it would just need to just touch your head and you go to heaven, that sort of thing. But no, he opened up something else, and that everybody's here, you go in here and stuff like this. Did he just create the whole entire dimensions for all the spirits and souls? Like what?
I mean, it makes sense. Like, what happens with powerful beings like that? Like, to think that they just automatically all get absorbed is just like, so at the end of the day, everybody's equal. So I like that. Nonetheless, I mean, this gets me excited. I was looking forward to the one shot because I was like, all right, probably an epilogue. And I heard, like I said, I heard of the rumors and the tweets that were made about, a new arc is going to come out. I was like, what does that really mean? Like, are you about to ship it in or Boruto us? Like, not sure how I feel. Especially now that we know it's been about 12 years between the end of the arc and right now, the end of the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. And right now,
12 years. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, there's been some good changes as we saw with the assistant squads. I mean, shout out to you for sure. And plus, this is the big thing that I like. I like the creative abilities. Like, remember old boy who doesn't speak? Who speaks in sign language and can read lips? Yeah. His Zanpakuto Cho was similar to Renji.
Yes, I was going to bring that up. Yes.
And then he said, he mouthed Hawk. And then it all turned. And then what it did to that hollow, I was like.
So what he reminded me of JJK character, the one that can't speak, but he said, salmon, fish stuff and everything. He reminded me of it. So he reminded me of his character. And also we got this other character that does some type of witchcraft with blood or water or the blood of people that die, and then he does some weird witchcraft type of stuff. Because he counted 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. And I'm like, what's it do about to say? And then it says melts. And then it melts the hollow. I'm like, oh shit.
And then this one, you didn't even pull out a Zanpakuto. You just pulled out a hand. And didn't even have a name for it. Jean just said "rar." And ripped that hollow's head off and then destroyed the body. I was like,
do you think that's a type of like a pyro or something, or just like a poison? Maybe because like Yuriichi's successor was Soiflone, kind of like that.
She reminds me of our girl Yuriichi.
Soiflone. Yeah, that's what I got.
I feel like she got trained by them. That's why she doesn't need to use her Zanpakuto, or maybe her Zanpakuto or her nails, or infused with something like that, or like in her skills in combat, because that's what it reminded me of. It felt very skill combat from what Yuriichi and what Soifang does. So I love that very much.
So it seemed like animalistic, which is what Yuriichi's style is like, but then also like assassin like type skill with like Soifang on them. So I liked that. I like that little thing, but yeah, I'm excited, man. Like I love the captains. I love the expansion that Kubo.
The villain, everybody has to have the whole ring on their back. And it really reminds me of Megumi's that thing that he summoned against literally that giant thing that was so divine of hell and whatnot. Like, wait, this is cool. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's gonna take time for Kubo to start the arc for this. Because I could definitely see by next year, Bleach comes back with Hell arc, and just like start week to week series and that sort of thing.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
I could see
1,000 Year War anime, and then the Hell arc of the manga, and then the Burning Witch season 2. That'd be a nice Kubo thing going on right there.
That's the thing. I feel like he's finished with Burn the Witch season 2, and he's just also helping the director, I guess. We don't know if we have not heard of any news about the anime coming back for its last arc.
Since last year December.
But usually the mangaka needs to be there too to see if he can fit everything together with the director and that kind of work, that sort of stuff.
That fits though.
2022 is the year of Kubo. That's what you're telling me?
So 2022.
That fits because
through 2023 because
that fits for storytelling, because Sanchez brought up the last time we heard the news of the anime was last year December of, I forgot the Jump Festival that they have it always in
December. It really was last summer. Yeah. It was last summer.
Jump Festa.
They said it. COVID.
Jump Festa is when they said it, and they had the Bleach announcement during December. So that means the December 20-year anniversary. That means we could get season 2 of the Burn the Witch, aka in October. That's where you got it last year as well, in October. because we had it in the fall. In the summer. And in the fall, we had the actual anime. So, and then we have the Burn the Witch anime announcement of the actual Bleach again. It fits perfectly. 2022 will be a Kubo year, and I can't wait for it. Like,
are you telling me this was all planned, having us wait like this? Or
Yeah, it had to be
Is this
planned.
what you're telling me? Like they've been just planning all of this? Just
Oh yeah, so we didn't tell you what happened in the middle. What was supposed to come next? I'm giving you something towards the future of Bleach is coming back in the manga series.
Wow.
If it
No,
is,
I'm not even mad. I was mad.
Naruto did it. Boruto.
yo, I laugh at how our boy Chibi rolled the big threes back in some way, and people's like, but Kishimoto's not doing Kishimoto's doing the art. Doing the writing.
No, he's also doing a story now. Yeah.
No, sorry.
Kishimoto came back. Yeah, he came back.
Yeah, but
he
thing
came
is-
back to Boruto a while ago.
Yeah, but he came back to do the writing, not the art. So Kubo's doing the art and writing. One Piece never left. He's doing the writing and art still. Just Kishimoto's doing the writing only. But in some shape or form, the big three came back in some way, in shape or form for a week. And I find that amazing. Like, that's beautiful
That
as
makes
well.
me happy.
Which is great because everybody's been arguing about, the big three, the new big three is like, Kubo was like, all right, kill all that noise. I guess I have to come back because y'all niggas is talking hot shit.
Kubo
That's probably why
said-
Kishimoto came back. They was like, Oda, you still going? He's like, yeah, you see,
Right.
talking about the big three. They forgot about us. And Kishimoto was like, I'm gonna come back. And then Kubo was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna come back too. And it's like,
Bro,
all right.
Kubo was like, man, I guess.
I think I might have figured something out.
Okay, talk to us, Sam.
So even though like they had to kill off the other fellow Soul Society members and everything that's like, I think they were the gatekeepers. Remember
I was
when
gonna
he
ask you
mentioned when he got that sword stabbed into
Yes.
them? You're so early. That means they were supposed to be the gatekeepers of hell.
So-
This guy escaped, and now they can't contain this anymore.
So I was gonna ask you guys because in page 48, 49, the guy that did the witchcraft says, "So it's you, Kira. Could you finally put an end to your habit of guarding the perimeter, and making a late entrance?" I find that very curious to see. I feel so abandoned. Like, I find the wording and everything else is pretty interesting.
I think
Well, doesn't he guard like what's the name used to do when Ichigo first came into the Serete? That was that the gate he was talking about? That he
that was the
guards
gate.
now? Okay,
yeah,
that's
he
okay.
guards that.
That's what I thought
what he
reading
meant.
it. That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
So it's what I'm trying to say is the souls, even though like they killed their fellow Soul Society members and they were too strong to stay within the Soul Society, within their spirits and power is shared, and they got sent to hell. I guess they automatically become the gatekeepers of hell to prevent from this to escape. But we don't necessarily know if Aizen would like I don't care about being a gatekeeper. I want them let free. I want them out. Juha wouldn't want them let free either. Even the fellow Hollows that got killed would be like, I want to wreak havoc. I want to go out of control. This is.
Do you think that they're different people now that they're in hell, or do you think that it's like it's something else?
What I'm more
choice?
scared of is Captain Yamamoto's.
Oh,
like his entire Bankai is now going
Zombies?
against him.
Zombies? No. Don't
And
do that.
if I remember, it was like the 10,000 souls.
Yes. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's dangerous to have. Just sitting in hell. That's a dangerous ability to have.
But yeah, it definitely brings in the consequences. Like every people you've killed, every people you sentenced to hell, everybody that you've run into is now coming back to bite you in the ass. And now, pay for it, or else the people you care about will be paying for it in the real world.
It is gonna be interesting, like I said, for the next one shot or chapter 2 of this arc. Where's it gonna go? Because it makes it more questions than answers, because we got more possibilities. And and his penmanship did not falter out. I love it. It was
so good. Oh my god.
like, it's truly amazing. And I had a good eye just staring his art style. It just looks amazing. So I had a great time. So any thoughts, any last comments for this chapter of One Shot of Bleach?
Yo, look, Shonen Jump is back, baby. Shonen Jump is back in full force, and in
Yo,
a few months-
Shueisha better not cut corners for him.
Yeah.
Like
Don't do
you owe him this. You owe him.
They
you
do.
owe
They
Kubo
do.
this.
They do.
They do.
Because
They do.
at the thing, they're like, oh, Kubo Sensei was tired and, he wanted a break. And I was like, lies. Okay. I wonder
Cap.
why he was tired. Okay.
He's tired of y'all bullshit.
Exactly. I was like, don't play that. Don't do that.
Sam,
To my king.
your last thoughts?
Oh boy, I can't wait for next year because I could definitely see the new arc in series. Hopefully, it's a good 100 chapter arc because I don't believe Kubo wrote a 100 chapter arc for any of his arcs. So I'm for it. This can literally be in its own entire series in itself. I want to know more about Ichiko's kids, more power.
I love seeing Renjin as a dad. He's so cute as a father. I think it's adorable.
He is adorable and everything. So that it is for the weekly Shonen Jump reviews of these chapters. We did, for those that don't know, Black Clover, we did My Hero, we did JJK, and we did Bleach the One-Shot. And like how we like to end off, we like to ask the audience and to the panels, what was your chapter of the week? Meaning that what was your favorite chapter of this weekly Shonen Jump issue of issue 36/37, because this was a double issue. That means no issue for next week. For those that didn't know, as a repeat, there will be the next issue in 2 weeks, which be I think the 18th. I think the 22. Sorry, the 22 will be the next issue of that week. So Spicy, do you have the chapter of the week for you? Do you read other chapters of the weekly Shonen Jump roster, or do you just read these?
Yeah, I read other ones. I'm going to make it quick. I actually have to leave in like 3 minutes. So, I love Ghost Reaper Girl. Please, y'all go read Ghost Reaper Girl. This has been like literally like a wholesome series that I read. I think it's like 20 chapters, and some of them are really long. Some of them are like 70 chapters, like the One-Shot. I read it all within a day because it's adorable, cute. I love the main character. So I think that was my favorite chapter this week. That and Kaisen number 8. As months is like Bleach and whatever, but I love the wholesomeness of these series. Mainly I love Ghost Reaper Girl, but I think favorite has to be My Hero and Bleach. They're kind of like tie and tie right now. But yeah.
Abe, Sam, which was your chapter of the week?
Normally I like to say I like to go with one of the other lesser known Shonen Jump projects, but for this week it's a tie between My Hero and Bleach as well. I mean, both gave me a lot of good shit and had me hyped for sure.
I felt like it's unfair because Bleach has that entire one-shot and has over 70 pages of content to work with and to literally break out the start. And like, it literally brings out so many theories and questions now in this entire series, and I love it. The best thing about a fan could do is like enjoy the series so much that you come up with your own ideas and theories that might come true, and it's really great to discuss. And that's what we love to do in Anime Lately. We love to talk about the series that we love to read. We care about everybody. We care about everybody's opinions. There's no judgment here. We like to hear perspective. We like point of views and that sort of stuff, and that's why we love doing Shonen Ronin. And oh man, Bleach. Oof, why does it feel like there's no heaven? There's only just one place in hell. And the reason why the kid said everyone is here, meaning, does that include your own grandma and other places too?
That's a curious question.
Oh shit!
Right. He says like, because the moment he opened the door, 4 butterflies came out. Hell butterflies come out. And he's like, yo, everybody, it'll be fine. Everybody's here. It's like,
If they bring Ichiko's mom into this shit, Kubo is a genius. Because that would be such a closing to everything, like from Ichigo's dad, whatever. Like having that missing.
And plus the reunion with his mom that he never got the chance.
The major issue Ichigo was depressed throughout before Thousand Year Blood War arc, oh my god.
I don't think it's necessary. To bring Mama Ichigo back. Don't do that. I don't.
Not like bring her back, but it's more like
but in like
this is their plane of existence of everybody who literally died.
Hold on, before we continue, there's one of my favorite characters that was missing for good reason. Uryu. I mean, even old boy was like, "Where the Quincy at?"
He
Where that boy
because
at?
that goes. Oh my god, yeah.
Wasn't he like the last Quincy left too?
Well, officially,
Technically, Ichigo's part Quincy too, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's a
Oh.
Ichigo's mixed with everything.
Unless he has a kid, but like he is a doctor though, so you know
yeah.
doctors.
So
can be
where
like
old boy at? I can't wait to see Uryu when he come back. Ishida like, "Hey, what's up, baby, my boy? What you been doing this whole time? It's been 12 years, baby." What you
man doing the whole surgical procedure. All right, how am I gonna kill you in the surgical procession, like doctor? Like I was like, oh.
But for me, I do want to say my favorite chapter of the week was definitely My Hero in Bleach. As much as I like to say I'm My Hero and everything, I'm sorry, I'm Bleach, but My Hero, like excluding the Bleach One-Shot of what Sam said, 73 pages and everything. That's a lot of storytelling they could do. But and also I gotta give props to Black Clover. Definitely number 2 right there. Black Clover was good for this chapter for what it gave and what we got, the panels and the story, and we got our boy Naza there. So I have to definitely give it to those 3 chapters a week for me, and I really enjoyed it as hell. So guys, definitely know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. What was your chapter of the week? Don't forget to our 2 announcements. Spicy, our 7th member of the Anime Lately team, she will be here for the Anime Podcast, the main show on this Thursday as well, to have more discussion of itself, of the Crunchyroll and Funimation merger fully in effect. We will get more news out there and to have a full conversation on how we all feel at the cast. And don't forget that me, myself, and Abe and Sam, I just added myself twice for some reason.
Hold on, bitch.
Again?
Let's talk about I have voices.
Again?
Here,
Myself,
Bash is
Sam,
talking
and Abe, we're doing the Twitch.tv/anime lately
This is Abe,
manga
not
reaction.
James. Remember, this is
Alright,
Abe,
guys.
not James.
Let me do this outro good, alright? I'm trying to. It's all me trying to get the announcement and everything in one go. Anime lately reactions of myself, Sam, and Abe. Twitch.tv/anime lately for all series of the Weekly Shonen Jump roster. See you guys back in 2 weeks. See you guys on the next one. Take care.
If you want to see.